What's up, guys? It's been quite a while since I spoke here on this channel. A lot has changed since then. We have the war in Iran, which has just started up. Trump has done a whole number of things, lots of change in the world. But on that note, I wanted to discuss something regarding the power of narratives, and specifically how they're used by the empire to manipulate us. The empire, whether you're talking about the American Empire, British Empire, any one of the colonial empires, they have a really good and a really long track record, actually, of controlling the narrative. With what's happened in Gaza the last 3 years, specifically here in Canada, and I'm sure in the rest of the world too, especially in the Western world, we've seen how media outlets themselves, the mediums that give us the narratives are controlled by the government. Or I should really just say the elites in general. The elites who own these news companies and who also influence the government. And we're seeing the power of that elite influence again today with the Epstein files. Despite the Epstein files quite literally bringing the most damned accusations you could to a human being in general, to a whole number of elites in the Western world, every news outlet is completely focused on Trump's war on Iran. If child trafficking can become a background topic to anything in the world, then that's concerning to me. Not that war isn't obviously horrendous, but this is another level of moral violation that clearly people are kind of not past. Mostly the government and the media outlets are used to being able to get away with, just flipping the narrative like that on anything. With the Epstein files, it's been different. You open up like Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and you'll see people calling out the administration for trying to plot another distraction. And that brings me to my main point today, where I want to discuss the power of narrative and how the empire uses narrative in general. If it wasn't obvious to you, growing up or in the past 10, 20 years, it's probably more obvious to you now that what's important to us as a society right now is dictated by media outlets, by the news, by the government. We receive externally, is brought to us what should be important to us right now. And I think recent events have showed us, right, that maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe we should actually have an internal value system that dictates what's important to us before anybody starts deciding what we should be thinking about. Because by receiving our inner narrative from the empire, what we now realize is they use that power to distract us from their wrongs and to divert our attention however they please. So I guess why I'm making this video is to ask you, as I'm trying to ask myself right now, to reflect on whatever headline you're reading, whatever you're thinking about today, whatever maybe your coworkers, your friends are talking about, and ask yourself, is this important to me or us because it's on the news today? Or is this actually the thing that's most important to me right now? Because this power of narrative will continue to be used in a harmful way, in a manipulative way by the empire. They will continue to, again, distract us. That won't change. So I think we should. And again, I find that, plenty of us are doing that now with the Epstein files. But I feel like we can also continue doing that for important issues in the future as well. But essentially, just think for yourself and realize that the people who do give you the news and try to tell you what to think don't have your best interest in mind. In fact, the people whose interest they have in mind are the ones who are actively harming you and harming other people. So that's my video.